little problem I have with free will and determinism is the length of time in which it's supposed to operate at. Because I can kind of buy the idea that the future is not yet written. The future is a blinding mirage. Anything can happen in the next half hour. That whole thing, you know what I mean? Where, the script of the universe has not been written in the past by, like Laplace kind of suggests, but the future is, as I say, a blinding mirage. I can kind of buy that to an extent, even possibly to the extent that human decision making at some level may make some choices within that, maybe, although I'm not totally convinced. But where I kind of fall down over it is in terms of the time span. Okay, let's say anything can happen more or less in the next half hour. What about the next half minute though? How determined is the next half minute? And let's say there's next half hour anything couldn't happen. You know, I could not be on the other side of the world in half an hour. I really couldn't. I could be on the other side of this lake. But how about the next half minute? In the next half minute I couldn't even be around the bend. You know, even if I started running now I couldn't be around the bend of this lake the way the path goes. And if that's too far, how about the next half second? In the next half second I could not be sitting at that bench. And I can keep pulling this back, you know, the next half millisecond, the next half nanosecond. And at a certain point, surely, I would arrive at a point where there is no alternative to the thing that happens next. I don't even know that would be an infinitesimal. It might even be a measurable moment. You know what I mean? So that in the next half femtosecond is absolutely determined. There is no turning back from the motions of these molecules in this space, from the fluctuations of these whatever they are, these subatomic thingies. You know, there must be a space small enough, I would have thought, or intuition tells me there's a length of time short enough for determinism to be absolute. And if after that length of time determinism is absolute, then what about the half femtosecond after that, and the half femtosecond after that, and the half femtosecond after that? If those small moments of time are truly infinitesimals, then yeah, it's fine. You just got Zeno's paradox, and anything could happen in the next half hour, because even the half an hour is an infinite number of infinitesimals. But if moments of time are not infinitesimals, if they are actually not a moment of time, even just the logic of caused action takes place over actual slices of time, then Zeno's paradox does apply, and you have to say in the next femtosecond is determined, and the one after that is determined, and ultimately you're kind of forced with the conclusion that everything is determined. There's probably a big hole in that logic, but that's one of the things I'm thinking of right now. So if anybody's got an answer to that logic, ideally one that doesn't rely on infinitesimals, because I don't think it is an infinitesimals thing, then I'd be interested to hear that.